Hello there guys, and welcome back to How to Feed the Beast in Minecraft. I was hoping to show you a little bit more regarding bees today, but the bees are being quite slow to do their work, so we're going to move on to something else. However, I have built a second apiary in the hopes that will speed things up, and you can already see the bees are starting to plonk these orange, blue and purple flowers around all over the place. But while we're waiting for them to breed and produce something that's more useful, we're going to be having a look at the final machine that we haven't covered from the thermal expansion. And we have that machine right here, the Glacial Precipitator. Not the easiest of machines to say, and not really the most useful of machines. All it basically does is take water and turn it into snowballs, snow blocks or ice blocks. Not the most useful of materials, but I'm sure somebody has a wacky setup that'll make good use of one of these. It's quite easy to build, so let's head on over to the workshop. And here we are. There's my little pet dog still sitting there waiting for me to come home. So over to the crafting table. Now the most difficult thing for making the Glacial Precipitator is you will need 2 blocks of snow. Now the only real way to get that is to either go and mine a snow block if you have a pickaxe with the Silk Touch enchantment, or get 8 snowballs, because 4 snowballs in a square in a crafting table will make a snow block, so you need 2 of those. But like I said, if you do have Silk Touch on a pick, you can just mine a snow block as it is. Well, the recipe is quite simple. It's a piston at the top, machine frame in the middle and a redstone reception coil at the bottom. 2 copper ingots either side of the coil, and the snow blocks go either side of the machine frame, and there is our Glacial Precipitator. What I usually do is pop it down in the middle of the floor, and as you can see, again, it's a thermal expansion mod. It has these different coloured inputs and outputs. The default for this one, you've got 3 inputs around the sides and you have the output on the top. We can have a look at that configuration. There's also an output on the bottom. And as you can see, it's very similar to the igneous extruder. We have the option for producing snowballs, snow and ice, and it requires water as an input and also requires power. So what I'm going to do for now is just pick that up, because there's one other thing that I want to show you guys while we're here, which is also from the thermal expansion, and that is liquiducts. Now liquiducts are very easy to make. 1 hardened glass in the center slot with a copper ingot either side will give you 4 liquiducts. So let's make a few more of those. I already have a few. Doesn't even have to be in the top slot of the crafting table as long as they're in a row. So let's take the rest of those. So I've got a few liquiducts. Now liquiducts work much the same way as liquid transport pipes or waterproof transport pipes, but they do have a few advantages, and we'll go outside and I'll show you why. Okay guys, so I've made this little experimentation area out the back, which is really just these 2 Buildcraft tanks with water. Now I'm sure most of you know how waterproof transport pipes work. You need a wooden waterproof transport pipe to draw liquid from your source, and then either cobblestone or stone or gold waterproof transport pipes to carry it the rest of the way. You also need an engine of some description on the wooden waterproof pipe, such as a redstone engine, and that's going to require a redstone signal, such as a redstone torch or a lever. Well, liquiducts are a little bit more fun. So what we can do is, much in the same way that redstone energy conduits work, we can just put them down between 2 things, like here, 2 tanks, and using the crescent hammer, you can actually choose which is the input and which is the output. So at the moment, I'm going to set this one, and it's got the outwards arrow. This is now my source, and all I need to do, I don't require an engine, all I need is a redstone signal next to it, and you can see now that the liquiduct is pumping the liquid from this tank into this tank. Now what I could also do is take my crescent hammer, give those a whack, turn them the other way around, put a redstone signal next to that output pipe, and now you can see that we're actually moving liquid back from tank B into tank A. So the good thing with these pipes is you don't need to have a wooden waterproof pipe, you don't need to have an engine, so you're saving that space, and you can change the flow and direction of the liquid quite easily. Now there are another couple of differences with the way that liquiducts work. The speed that liquid travels through the pipes depends on how thick the liquid is. So water will travel through the pipes more quickly than, say, seed oil, which will travel more quickly than honey. And the slowest thing's probably going to be lava. So it does depend on the liquid that you are using. Also, it depends on the pressure of the liquid in the pipe. So as you can see, the pipe there is full and it's high pressure, and liquid that is high pressure will travel more quickly than if you have a pipe that's almost empty and has low pressure. So really does depend how much you've got in your source. And the third thing, which I actually quite like, so let's just remove these torches here. Actually no, let's just keep one going for the sake of it. As you know, with sort of transport pipes, even waterproof transport pipes, is if you run two pipes down next to each other, they will connect. And we do the same here. And if I put another pipe here in the middle, it will connect. So there is a way around that, of course. You can use two different types of waterproof transport pipes, such as smooth stone and cobblestone, but there's only one type of liquiduct. Well, these work in a bit of a different way. Providing you already have a liquid within... Oh, mouse is going funny. Providing you already have a liquid within the pipe, there we go, mouse no longer wants to go up and down, then if I try and attach another pipe to it, it won't connect. This is because there's already a liquid in this pipe. Now, if I choose to, I can connect it by hitting this with a right click with the crescent hammer, and that will then connect the pipe up with the liquiduct here. And then to remove that, I'm going to have to break those sections of pipe. But it's really good, providing you've got a pipe that already has a liquid in it, you can place another pipe next to it without worrying about that pipe connecting to it. And if you want to connect them, just use the crescent hammer and give it a tap, or of course use the right connection. Again, you see it won't connect to these unless I left click, right click, there we go, and they all link up. So liquiducts are really a much better option to use than waterproof transport pipes, and they are faster as well. So while we're out here, we have our Glacial Precipitator. Now I've just got a simple peat-fired engine here with some peat in it and a lever, and I will run our liquiducts over to the input. Now of course this tank's currently empty, so what I need to do here is just give that a hit and the liquid will come from this tank into this tank. This needs to be my output, it needs a redstone signal next to it, and now you can see we have water going into the Glacial Precipitator. Flick the switch, give us some power. It takes the engine a few seconds to get up to speed, but it is going. And there we go, you can see the front's already starting to frost up, and we are slowly producing snowballs. And there you go, we have a snowball, or 4 snowballs. And another 4 snowballs. Of course, we can change this to snow blocks. Now, snow blocks is going to take more power, so it will take some time for the engine to get up to speed. And then finally, we can make our ice blocks as well. So, handy little refrigerator when it's finished with the snow. Obviously the ice block is going to take a little bit more time, a bit more power, and a bit more water. And there we go, we have an ice block as well. So the Glacial Precipitator, a great way to make snowballs, snow blocks, ice blocks, and snow cones. As well as liquiducts, a great way to transfer liquid from one place to another and back again. Well guys, thanks once again for joining me on How to Feed the Beast in Minecraft. I know that machine's just a little bit of fun, but the liquiducts are very useful, and hopefully by the next video the bees will have started to produce enough honeycomb for me to do something useful with them. As always, I hope you found this video informative and entertaining. If you have, please like, subscribe and share because it really helps the channel to grow. And as always, if you have any ideas for anything you'd like to see in future videos, a particular machine, item or mod you'd like to see me build and demonstrate, either send me a message or leave it in the comments below. So until then, I've been UnstableVoltage and I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye for now.